Hey trackies, welcome back to another video here on TXT Track Time. Please remember to like the video and also subscribe to the channel. I've literally just digested the weekend. It was so amazing. My mind is blown or was blown. I had to watch and watch some more. And the more I watch is literally the more impressed I got watching Brianna Lyston open her season over the 60 meters, clocking at 7.13 seconds. No, 7.13 seconds was fast, fine and dandy. But that really wasn't the reason why my mind was blown. It's how Brianna Lyston looked executing said 7.13 seconds. Now, right off the bat, she's a bit bigger. That's a positive. But form, execution, bounce, I was like, oh my gosh. What did I just witness? No, don't get me wrong. Brianna Lyston has always been an athlete that has executed her race well technically. And I'm going to put a side by side so that you can see what she looks like in the 60 meters opening her season in 2025 versus when she opened her account in 2024. I got a similar time. One is 7.13, that's 2025. And in 2024, 7.14. Now, I want you to look at the differences in her form and execution in the 60-meter race, and you'll understand why. As I said, I'm absolutely floored. I didn't think what was so good could get so better, and it's kind of reminiscent in my mind of an Elaine Thompson hero. Like I'm looking at her and she looks like the spitting image of an Elaine Thompson hero when she's executing her race. But not also that, because I always thought that Elaine Thompson hero, did well executing her races, especially over 100 meters, right? You're looking at her, she looks awesome. But in 2021, she took that up a notch and she eventually went on to clock an Olympic record 10.61 seconds. But before we even got to the 10.16 seconds, everybody could tell based on the rounds that Elaine was going to do something crazy because from the heats to the semifinals, Elaine Thompson Hira looked splendid technically. And right now I'm looking at Brianna Lyston and I'm like, oh my gosh, chef's kiss. Can this get any better? I don't know. But right now she looks phenomenal, which leads me now into thinking, since she looks so good and she executing so good, our Brianna Lyston is really going to run this season. And I'm not even talking about, guys, the outdoors 100 meters yet. We haven't reached there yet. I want us to digest right now the possibilities for her in the 60 meters because right now, my mind is absolutely shot because the Brianna Lyston that I looked at running a 7.14 in 2024 is nowhere close to the Brianna Lyston I'm looking at in 2025 running a 7.13 to open her account. No, these times incidentally were also done, a month, well, not really a month apart, maybe half a month apart because this time for her opening her account in 2024 was done in January, late January, whilst here this 2025 race was clearly done mid-February, right? So that said, half a month separating when she opened her account in terms of 60 meters, the year 2024 versus the year 2025. But I can tell you there's an absolute phenomenal difference in terms of the execution that I've noticed in both races. And what makes this even more crazy in my mind is that this Brianna Lyston in 2024 that opened up running a 7.14 in her heat race went on to run a 7.03. Let me repeat that. A 7.03 seconds in the women's 60-meter finals at the NCAA Indoor Championships to lift the crown. 7.03 now, 7.03. And as I said, the Brianna Lyston that I'm looking at in 2024, though looking phenomenal, what I'm looking at in 2025, they're worlds apart in terms of execution. And I'm like, if that Brianna ran 7.03, what is this Brianna going to run? Now that 7.03 equated to being the second fastest sprinter in history running the NCAAs or running in that collegiate system. Yeah, right behind Julian Alfred with her host of times that are much faster, which led her into a 6.94. Brianna Lyston is the second fastest 60-meter indoor sprinter collegiately with her 7.03 seconds. Now, here we are in 2025, and another don't know me. My man start run already. What is she going to be able to run? Right now, I'm asking the question, 6 what? Because I don't have any shadow of a doubt in my mind right now that Brianna Liston is dipping below 7 seconds. So right now, I'm asking, 6 what is she going to run? Now, don't get me wrong, 6.94 seconds is crazy. That's the NCAA record. Also, second fastest run ever in history, all across the board for women. That's the second fastest run, point blank period, 6.94 seconds. And then you have the world record held by Arina Privalova of 6.92 seconds. So those are our two bases. Those are the two significant times when you talk about indoors and where Brianna Liston is right now. One, she's a collegiate, so it definitely matters. A collegiate record, 6.94 seconds. And then just being the best overall the world has ever seen, 6.92, done by Irina Privalova, right? So now the question becomes, again, what will Brianna Liston run in that 60-meter distance? All I know right now is that I'm expecting something absolutely crazy. Will it be crazy enough to challenge the collegiate record? I'm thinking so. Will it be crazy enough to challenge the world record? I don't know because it's 2/100ths of a second, but it's still a huge gap, guys. So I don't want to sell the world record short, but I also want to highlight how phenomenal of a talent Brianna Liston is for me to even be thinking that the 6.94 collegiate record is possible. I think she's immensely talented. I think based on the technique, the technical application that we've witnessed over that only her first two races this season is letting us know that she's in for something crazy this year, and I'm absolutely here for it. Now, I know most of us are concerned, and I say most of us because it includes me, about her health, right? But Jackie, listen, there's absolutely nothing I can do about that. If she has to run collegiately, then she has to run. I just want to make a quick note that Brianna Liston herself has come out and said that she's fine. She said that she didn't want to twist her ankle, which is why she turned the way she turned when she ended the race. But I'm not going to lie to you. We all know how athletes are. They tend to not, tell us the whole story all the time. And I always go back to the Ackera Nugent story, when we were concerned about her competing in so many events at Baylor. And she was like, no, it's good. It's good. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. And then the moment she went over to Arkansas, we heard a complete different story that she was being overworked. So it's like, listen, sometimes when these athletes say things, I just go, right? So she said she's fine, right? But I'm still keeping my eyes on, the tape clearly that she had, plus the reason why she was pinning on her ankle the way she did. It was strange to me, but I'm wishing her all the best of health. And if she does remain healthy, guys, I definitely think that, we're in for a crazy ride, and you all should bottle up. You all should definitely butts up. Now, something else, on my roster to speak about in this video is Ackera Nugent. I mentioned her and her story when she was at Baylor and running so many races. Listen, the reason why it was so significant was the 60 and the 100 not the 100, the 60, sorry, and the 60-meter hurdles are separated by mere minutes, right? And it's the same thing for when you go outdoors. The 100 and the 100-meter hurdles, they're separated by mere minutes. And she was doing them both, and she was getting injured as well. So we were a whole lot concerned. But she said, no, it's nothing. It's cool. And then when she went to Arkansas, child, Anyway, so Ackera Nugent that I'm so hyped up about. I believe in her. I see a lot of people in the comment section going, "Oh my God, why are you acting like this?" You know, I'm like, listen, I have belief in her. I believe she's a phenomenal athlete. I believe she's a world dominator, and I believe she will dominate. And I don't think there's anything that's going to change my mind about how I feel about Ackera Nugent in this women's 100-meter hurdles or 60-meter hurdles, since that's what we're talking about right now. Anyway, right? So y'all know how hyped I am about her on the 60 meters. Well, it's been reported that it seems as though the race that she ran and won in Turin might be her last 60-meter indoor race of the season. So I'm like, again, because here I am looking at some phenomenal performances, and I'm like, listen, she has a personal best of 7.72 seconds, I believe, and the world record is 7.65 seconds set by Devian Charlton. And on the tier that she's on right now, currently having the world lead with a 7.75, I was like, okay, girl, I definitely think that, world record is definitely within reach. But that went up in smoke because I I believe based on this report here that we are probably not going to be seeing her compete indoors for the rest of the season, which isn't a bad thing, you know what I mean? Per se. It's just, when you're looking forward to more performances from a time perspective and how far they could go, yeah, it's a bit of a damper, but I don't think it's a bad thing that she's choosing not to compete anymore indoors, right? So just want to let you guys know that if you're like me, looking forward to seeing her run some more indoors, then it's not going to be happening, and we just have to wait until she gets outdoors and see how it goes from here on out. That said, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Brianna Lyston, are you thinking crazy thoughts? Y'all know me, already crazy thoughts. Like the video, of course, and subscribe to the channel. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Bye.